Hello, and welcome to Growing Up Powerful, the bonus episode. I'm Jestine, your co-host on the Rebel Girls Growing Up Powerful series, and I'm here with Aline Topjian, a socio-emotional learning consultant, school counselor, special educator, and all-around fantabulous person. Hi, Aline. Can you introduce yourself and tell us a little about what you do?
Hi, my name is Aline Topjian. I'm an educator, social-emotional learning consultant, and curriculum designer, which basically means I get to work with kids and their grown-ups to help teach them the skills they need to navigate the ups and downs of life. I also work with companies like Rebel Girls to design or create products in a way that empowers kids with social-emotional skills.
What exactly is social-emotional learning? And why is it important?
Ooh, that's a good question. Social-emotional learning is the process of learning all the skills that are going to help you navigate life in the 21st century. It's skills like having and practicing self-control when you get angry. Instead of just lashing out at someone, just learning how to take a few minutes to cool off and then express how you feel and then try to solve the problem. Or, for example, thinking about the consequences of an action and how that action is going to affect you and the people around you, and then taking that information to make a responsible decision. Basically, it's all the skills that are going to help you understand and manage yourself, make responsible decisions, have healthy relationships with your friends and your family, and solve problems responsibly. So without all of these skills, life is going to be very hard and sometimes even lonely.
And can I ask you a personal question? Do you ever feel stressed?
Oh, of course, everyone gets stressed. That's kind of part of normal life. In fact, there's positive and negative stress. And sometimes when we have happy things or things that bring us joy and we have a lot of it, even that can be stressful. And different people use different strategies or activities to cope with that stress. So what works for me might not necessarily work for you. But some of the things that I find helpful are going on walks and listening to my favorite music or podcasts, singing sometimes, and making things with my hands. And that could be a creative project. Sometimes I make clay jewelry, or baking or cooking. That helps too.
Ooh, I love that. But maybe for those of us who aren't as crafty, what are some of your favorite tools for calming down?
Ooh, I think the biggest thing would be some deep breathing, just taking a few minutes. And this works for everybody. It's research-based and it helps our brains calm down. It just takes our brain from a survival state to a calmer state. And when we're at a calmer state, it just helps our brain think more clearly, be more productive, and just manage our time more efficiently. Another thing that's very helpful is prioritizing. And the way you can do this is just making a list of all the things that you need to do and then just pick the top 3 things that you can start with. And one final tip I think I would recommend is taking breaks. And that could be a snack break to eat something you love, or just a movement break, like going for a walk or doing some stretching activities. And something that really, really works for me is just water breaks. Just getting a sip of water.
Breaks. So smart. And I forget to do that all the time. Sometimes I feel like people around me are stressed, and their stress rubs off on me. Is there anything I can do to keep my cool?
It can be very upsetting and stressful to have people around you that are stressed. And these people could be your friends or sometimes even your grown-ups. The most important thing to remember is try to stay calm. And like we mentioned before, deep breathing really helps with this because it helps your brain and then helps your body calm down. Another helpful thing is sometimes when people are stressed, they need someone to listen to them actively and show some support and a little bit of empathy. So sometimes a little kind action goes a long way. It helps them with their stress, which in turn also doesn't get you stressed. One final thing is that sometimes it's okay to take a break and just step away from the situation. And this could be, for example, your grown-ups arguing or feeling stressed about a situation. It's okay to remove yourself physically from that situation to make sure you don't get stressed. And that could look like just going into your room and playing your favorite music or reading your favorite book.
What are some other healthy habits I can work on to just keep me feeling calmer in general?
The happier and healthier you are, the more in control you're going to feel. And when I think of these things, 3 things come to mind: body, mind, and community. And all of these are connected. And some habits that you can practice to get there is making sure that you're taking care of your body physically by eating healthier. And that includes like eating lots of vegetables and fruits, drinking water, moving your body in a way that feels good, and just making sure that you're getting enough sleep. It's also important to remember to take care of your mind by doing things that you love, that bring you joy, that make you happy, and learning new things. And another important way is just to give back to your community. And this could be you volunteering at a dog shelter if you really like dogs, or maybe if you believe in a cause, starting a club at your school to raise awareness for that cause, or just starting a veggie garden. It could be anything you can really think of just to give back to your community.
That's such great advice. Thank you so much, Aline.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
And thank you, Rebels, for tuning in to this Growing Up Powerful bonus episode. Don't forget your water breaks and take deep breaths. See you soon. This podcast is a production of Rebel Girls. This episode was narrated by me, Imani Parks, as Jestine, with special guest Aline Topjian. It was produced and directed by Haley Dapkus, with Joy Smith and Deborah Goldstein. Sound design and mixing by Mumble Media. It was written and edited by Abby Sher. Our executive producers are Jess Wolfe and Joy Smith. Original theme music was composed and performed by Elettra Bargiacchi. A special thanks to the whole Rebel Girls team who make this podcast possible. Until next time, stay Rebel! If you like what you heard here and want to learn more, check out the newest book from Rebel Girls, Growing Up Powerful, a guide to keeping confident when your body is changing, your mind is racing, and the world is complicated. With stories from rebels all over the world and guidance from some brilliant experts. This book is our newest BFF. Order your copy of Growing Up Powerful today on Amazon or anywhere you purchase books.